All right. Hi, I'm here with Wycliffe Gordon, one of the great trombone players of all time, a man who's at home in many styles of music. You can do it all. And I'm curious to know what it is that you find appealing about traditional jazz, the older forms, the older tunes.
Well, what's appealing about it is, first of all, it was my introduction to jazz. I think I had a great aunt that had a five record collection set. It's an anthology of jazz, and it was everything from early slave jazz to the modern jazz at that time, which included Count Basie's band, Sonny Rollins Quartet. And of all the sides, they had ragtime, the New Orleans jazz. I kind of fell in love with that. So, and particularly a recording by Louis Armstrong called "The Keyhole Blues."
Yeah.
And so once I got bitten by that bug, I just always loved that music, and I didn't know much about musical terms or then, but there was just something about it that I liked. And it drew me in, and the more I began to learn about the music as I became a student of music, it's just the whole communal spirit of the music. Everyone's part is important, even when you're playing a solo. The collective improvisation that constantly goes on the bandstand. There's always a dance that's happening. It's and it's great because you get a chance to try things, and you're always improvising in the moment. And there's something about that there are tunes, there's songs, there's something that you can pat your foot to, sing to, dance to,
Mhm.
and those social elements that are found in the music. I think that's something that just keeps me attached to it. So.
Do you think that you would recommend that younger players who want to get into jazz would consider traditional jazz as an entry point? Do you think
Well,
that's a good place to start?
no, well, it is. It's not something I would recommend. I do.
Oh,
I
okay.
do all the time. No, you want to check and learn the history of the music. A lot of times, even with some of my own kids, they want to play the a thing that they consider to be hip, and all of jazz is hip, but they kind of want to start with maybe bebop or something, and I
Yeah.
say, hey, learn the history of the music, meaning learn the tradition, and then follow the lineage, because all of those guys who came after Louis Armstrong or Sidney Bechet or Jack Teagarden, and I can call names on any instrument. They were influenced by those musicians. It didn't start there. It came from the tradition.
Right. So you would agree with me. I assert that jazz, traditional jazz, was not a precursor to jazz.
Hmm.
It is jazz. The whole spectrum, the history of it
Hmm.
is viable and can be modern.
Yes. Well, it is modern. I mean, to have a conversation or to have communication on the bandstand where everyone understands their role.
Mhm.
It's almost kind of like role playing. The trumpet plays the lead, melodic lines, clarinets playing, obligato, trombones playing what we call tailgate, kind of close maybe to the tuba, but sometimes utilizing the voice that we have on the trombone being the slide, and then the rhythm section instruments. Everyone has a part, and when you can hear all of those things and play together and immediately interact with them, I mean that's the great thing about playing this music.
And the music, as you mentioned earlier, is everything is improvised.
Hmm.
There's not a piece of music on the bandstand.
Yep.
Uh, and so you're learning to develop your ears
Hmm.
and your knowledge. And when you find yourself in another context, you can make use of that. That's
Yes.
those skills that transfer to more modern music. If you're going to solo in a big band or anything else, having that background is going to help you, in my opinion. I'm sure you agree.
I do it. That's all I have to say. I agree.
Fabulous.
About that anyway.
Yeah,
I do agree.
yeah.
It is it's very helpful just in terms of developing your ear, your response to music, and just it's for me it's wonderful. So I don't get a chance to play it that often, but when I do, I just relish in it. So
Yeah.
and different players bring different things to the music. So and it teaches you to become a very good citizen. First of all, by you have to listen to everyone. Everyone's voice is important in the outcome of the music. So
Yeah. It's an issue of mutual respect.
Yes.
In order to make music together, you have to respect what the other players are doing, and they respect you. It's a basic human language,
Yes.
and it's spoken by everybody anywhere you go.
This is true. That's another thing about it. You know.
It's international.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And internationally loved and respected.
Yes.
So,
Yes, and one of the most internationally loved and respected ones, Mr. Wycliffe Gordon. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me. My pleasure.